Here's the reason I own Bitcoin. Hey guys, I'm Lewis Harding Invest and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to go into the reasons why I own Bitcoin and why I think everyone should have a little allocation to this up and coming asset class. If you would like to learn more about investing, why don't you become one of my followers on Vinny? Vinny is a new investing platform where they are bringing together a community of investors. I will be posting weekly videos, daily articles and market updates and much more investing content. I am really upping my investing content game and Vinny is the place for that. So if you're interested, go into my description below and you will be able to go to Vinny and check out my profile. And also, alongside that, I have joined a platform called Amphi where I will be teaching investing online. So if you're interested in taking a lesson with me, again, description down below, you can learn about investing, book a class, send me a message if you want to know more. So now, onto the video. This is not a recommendation. This video should be seen as a source of information and education only. Please seek a regulated financial advisor if you are unsure of any investment. Bitcoin is a digital currency that was created in 2009 and it follows the ideas set out in a white paper by the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto. The identity of the person or persons that created the technology is still a mystery. Bitcoin offers the promise of lower transaction fees than the traditional online payment mechanisms, and unlike government-issued currencies, it is operated by a decentralised authority. Bitcoin is a type of cryptocurrency. There are no physical bitcoins, only balances kept on a public ledger that everyone has transparent access to. All Bitcoin transactions are verified by a massive amount of computing power. Bitcoins are not issued or backed by any banks or governments, nor are individual Bitcoins valuable as a commodity. Despite not being legal tender, Bitcoin is very popular and has triggered the launch of hundreds of other cryptocurrencies, collectively referred as altcoins. Bitcoin is commonly abbreviated as BTC. If you would like to learn more about Bitcoin, I would really recommend reading The Bitcoin Standard by Safety and Amos. I'll put the link down in the description of this video so you can take a look. This book gives a great insight into what Bitcoin is and the history of currency itself, all the way from seashells and pebbles, all the way to gold, the gold standard, fiat currency, and the future, which is going to be decentralized currency. So yeah, take a look at that book, and it'll give you a good overview of Bitcoin and what the pros and cons are. Here's the reason I own Bitcoin. So the main reason I own Bitcoin is that over the past 12 months, there's been a lot of money printing going on by governments due to the pandemic we are currently under. And this means that over the past 12 months, 40% of all US dollars are being created, which is an absolutely phenomenal figure due to all the stimulus which is being produced by governments through quantitative easing, through central banks purchasing bonds on the open market, which releases funds into the economy. This means that I think inflation will be coming and currencies have been devalued by quite a bit, and I want my money in a store of value which isn't being manipulated, it isn't being produced constantly. And it's honestly so bizarre. So since 2008, the last financial crisis, governments have been money printing and expanding the monetary supply of their currency, of their country. So for me, this is a really big deal, and it's one reason I'm owning gold alongside Bitcoin as a hedge against fiat currency into the future, because I do feel there will be ramifications of this. And yeah, this is probably the main reason I am owning Bitcoin. My next reason for owning Bitcoin is because it's hard money. Bitcoin itself, there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin, and the last one to be mined is going to be in 2140 or around then, I believe. This means that the amount of Bitcoin in supply is going to be capped, and it means that they are not going to be expanded, which means over time the money stays hard, and it means there's only so many of them around. Think about gold, diamonds, things which are rare, you can't find many of them, and this is one of the main qualities of Bitcoin. You may have heard of something called the Bitcoin halving. So every 4 years, or it's around every 4 years, it's so many blocks which are mined, the amount of Bitcoin rewarded to miners is actually halved. So it means the supply of Bitcoin every 4 years halves. So it means that every 4 years, the supply of Bitcoin goes down and down, which is only good for Bitcoin holders themselves. Bitcoin in the future will be a reliable and stable store of value. At the moment it's not stable, you can't say it's stable at all, you'd be kidding yourself if you did, because of how much it goes up and down, how volatile this asset class is. but hopefully in the future when it gets to a certain size, the volatility will drop, because if the current market cap of Bitcoin is over $1 trillion, it's not even a market cap of silver, so it's still a very small fish in a very large pond. Gold market cap is around 10 trillion, so it means Bitcoin has got to 10x before it hits a market cap of gold, and gold is still a very manipulated market. So in my opinion, Bitcoin has got to get to a 100 trillion market cap before it stops being volatile, and that is when Bitcoin will become a reliable store of value, for me, in my opinion anyway. And yeah, so the final reason for me owning Bitcoin is because it's decentralized. I mentioned before that Bitcoin is a decentralized network, and it means that no single person or entity actually owns this currency. It means that all of the users collectively own Bitcoin. And for me, this is a massive deal. So fiat currency, governments control it. Other cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum and Cardano, to name a few, Ripple, most of the cryptocurrencies are actually owned by a foundation who can increase the supply whenever they would like, and they have ultimate control. And for me, this is decentralized. This isn't what cryptocurrency is for. Bitcoin is the only true crypto in my opinion, and it is the only one which will stand the test of time. I'm going to get hate for this, but Bitcoin is the only one. Bitcoin is the king. Decentralized, no one owns it, can't be manipulated by a central power. So this is such a big deal because it means that it is truly decentralized, and this is one of the main reasons I do own Bitcoin. So yeah, there's actually fibbing there. I've got one more good reason why I own Bitcoin, and that is because of the asymmetric risk involved with owning this asset class. Asymmetric risk is essentially the risk between how much your upside is compared to your downside, and I think the asymmetric risk is very high, which basically means your downside is a hell of a lot lower than your upside. I think Bitcoin's upside is relatively massive, and I'm expecting a very, very lovely return from it. Whereas the downside, the only downside is that it goes to zero, and that's it. So I think the upside is a lot greater than the downside, and Bitcoin's at the current size now, where if it completely goes to zero, there'll be a very good reason for it. So that's one reason why I'm owning Bitcoin. If you'd like to research more about asymmetric risk, literally just Google it. It'll explain it in better detail than I probably can. But it does make sense when you weigh up the pros and the cons, really. So there we have it. They are the reasons why I own Bitcoin. If you'd like to know more, please send me a DM. I'd love to have a good discussion with you. And also have a read of the Bitcoin Standard. Honestly, it's such a good book, and it will get you educated on all things Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And alongside that, why don't you check out my recommendations page on my website, where you will find all of my free share links, free Bitcoin links, and you'll find a full library of Amazon books which are related to investing, personal finance and development. I've put all of these on there, so it's all in one place and very easy to find. If you would like a free share with Freetrade, then please click the link in the description below, and you will get a free share worth between £3 and £200 when you deposit £1 into your account. And if you would like free Bitcoin with BlockFi, if you deposit $100 worth of Bitcoin into BlockFi, you will get $10 for free. And also with BlockFi, you get 6% interest on your Bitcoin, which is paid monthly. So that's currently something I am doing, which is fantastic. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you in the next video.